My beloved child, come close to me, before this world demands another second from you, before another distraction pulls your mind in 100 directions. I invite you into this sacred moment with me, right now, just as you are. No filter, no mask, no need to pretend. I see you. You don't have to perform to be seen by me. You don't have to achieve to be loved. You don't have to be strong to earn my attention. You don't have to hold yourself together just to come before me. My love for you isn't based on how well you manage your life, how perfectly you follow the rules, or how confidently you walk into the day. I love you because I created you. Let that truth sit with you for a moment. Let it settle into the quiet places of your heart that haven't felt peace in a while. You don't need to run right now. You don't need to solve everything. Just be here with me. Can you hear my voice in the stillness? I know the noise has been loud lately. I know your mind has been full, spinning with questions and what-ifs and worries you're afraid to even speak out loud. But I'm not overwhelmed by what overwhelms you. I'm not shaken by your storms. I'm not surprised by your fear. I am here. I've always been here. I see the late nights where your thoughts keep looping. I see the mornings where you struggle to get out of bed. I see the brave face you wear in front of others, and I also see the tears you cry when no one else is looking. And child, I want you to know something powerful, something life-changing. You are not alone. You never were. Even when you felt the most isolated, even when it seemed like no one noticed you, even when you felt forgotten, passed over, unseen. I saw you then, I see you now, and I'm not going anywhere right now. As you sit with these words, I want you to breathe me in. I want you to feel my nearness. Not as a distant God watching from afar, but as your father, your maker, your friend. I know you, every part of you, every detail, every scar, every smile, every doubt, and I still call you mine. There is nothing about you that causes me to turn away. There is no emotion too big, no mistake too dark, no weakness too deep that can push me from your side. In fact, it's your weakness that draws me near. It's your honesty that I lean into. It's your realness that makes room for me to move. You've spent so much energy trying to be okay, trying to look okay, trying to convince others and yourself that you're fine. But I know the truth. I see what's underneath. And I love you still. You're not too much for me. Your sadness isn't too heavy. Your anger doesn't drive me away. Your doubts don't scare me. I'm not here with a clipboard to judge you. I'm here with open arms to hold you. You may not see how things are going to work out, yet that's okay. You may not have clarity for the next step. That's okay. You may not feel strong enough to carry everything. That's okay. You were never meant to carry it alone. I never asked you to be your own savior. I never expected you to figure it all out. That I simply ask you to come, to rest, to breathe, to lean into me. Do you see? I don't just see your circumstances, I see your soul. I see what you've carried quietly. I see what you've hidden. I see what you've tried to forget. I see what you're longing for but haven't dared to hope for. And I'm not leaving you in the middle of your waiting. There is more to your story. There is more that I have planned. But before I guide you forward, I want to anchor you in this truth. I see you. Right now. You are not alone. Even when the path is unclear, I am walking it with you. Even when your voice trembles in prayer, I am listening closely. Even when the tears fall, I am collecting everyone. Nothing about you is invisible to me. You don't disappear when you struggle. You don't become less worthy when you're weak. You are not a burden. You are not forgotten. You are not lost in the crowd. You are my child. And you are loved. Let those words reach into the core of your being today. Let them comfort what's aching. Let them calm what's anxious. Let them restore what's been slowly fading. You don't have to pretend with me. You don't have to perform. You can just be. Because I see you. And I love you. And I'm staying right here. Let me tell you something eternal. Something unshakable. You were never meant to walk this journey alone. You were never created to live separated from love, cut off from comfort, or hidden in shadows. You were formed by my hands, woven together, with divine intention, and even when the world tried to pull you away, when pain, shame, or rejection tried to whisper lies into your soul, I never stopped seeing you. Even now, I am watching over you, not from a distance, but up close, than your skin, nearer than your breath. I am here. When you feel invisible, I want you to remember this. I see you. When the voices in your mind tell you you're not enough, not worthy, not strong, I want you to remember, I created you with purpose, and I placed eternity in your heart. Let me walk you back to the truth. Do you remember the first time you felt unseen? The first moment someone overlooked you? The first time you felt like your voice didn't matter? That moment left an imprint on your soul, but I was there, not watching with pity, but sitting beside you with compassion, collecting every tear, storing them as testimony. My child, you have always mattered. Long before the people around you gave you titles or labels. Long before success or failure tried to define you. Long before you questioned your worth, I called you mine, and I never changed my mind. You've been trying to carry this pain, this responsibility, this pressure, and you've done it with such strength, but I never asked you to bear this alone. I never designed you to live without me. When you wake in the morning and your heart feels heavy, I am there. When the world feels like too much and you want to hide, I am there. no one calls, when no one checks in, when it feels like no one notice. You are not hidden from me, and no, you're not too broken. You're not too complicated. You're not too late. You are right on time in my timing. You are seen in my eyes. You are held in my arms. Do not believe the lie that says you're forgotten. Do not accept the voice that says you're insignificant. The enemy of your soul would love for you to live in isolation, in fear, in shame, but I have called you into love, into belonging, into the truth of who you really are. You are light. You are my image. You are not alone. I know it's been hard lately. The uncertainty, the disappointment, the exhaustion of hoping and being let down again. I see the way you keep showing up, even when you don't feel like you have much left. You are stronger than you think, not because of your own strength but because my strength lives in you. When you feel like collapsing, I will be your stability. When your hope is running low, I will fill your cup again. When your faith is hanging by a thread, I will not let go. Let me rebuild what has been broken. Let me remind you of the beauty still ahead. Let me speak into the silence and awaken your soul. I am not finished with you. You may have seen endings, but I am the author of new beginnings. You may have closed chapters, but I write stories of resurrection. Lift your eyes. Not to escape the pain, but to see from a higher perspective. What the world calls failure, I can use for formation. What the world sees as delay, I see as preparation. What the world forgets, I redeem. You are not your past. You are not your pain. You are not your lowest moment. You are mine. Let my love cover the places that feel raw. Let my light reach into the corners you've closed off. Let my truth override the lies that have whispered for too long. Even in this moment when you feel unsure, when you're questioning yourself, I see something more. I see the strength inside of you that I placed there. I see the heart that longs for connection. I see the spirit that refuses to quit, even when everything feels like it's against you. You're still here. That matters. That's courage. Let me speak this clearly. You are not alone. Not when you feel strong. Not when you feel weak. Not in your victories. Not in your mess. I am the God who walks through the fire with you. I am the God who sits in the silence. I am the one who holds your hand when you don't know what to pray. I am not going to leave you. I never will, and I will not waste your pain. I will not ignore your questions. I will not forget your faithfulness, even in your doubting. Come to me, lay down what you've been carrying. Let me carry you. Let me rewrite the story with grace. Let me build beauty from ashes. Let me restore your joy, moment by moment, because I see you, and you are never alone. Because I see you, and you are never alone. Even when you can't feel me, I'm there. Even when your heart feels numb, I'm holding it. Even when your faith is fading, I'm steady. And sure, let's slow down right here. Don't rush to fix everything. Don't push away the stillness. I am doing something deep within you that doesn't need noise to take root. I'm planting peace where fear used to live. I'm planting hope in soil that once felt barren. I'm watering the dreams you thought had died, and I'm reminding you, once again I see you. Do you remember that moment, not long ago, when you whispered, God, do you even see me? Yes, child, I heard it. You didn't even have the strength to cry loudly, but your spirit cried out to me, and I answered. Not always with instant change, but with presence, with peace, with promises that will not fail, even when the breakthrough hasn't come, even when the healing hasn't arrived, even when the answers are still unclear. I am still good, and I am still with you. When you think you've waited too long, know that I'm never late. When you feel like you've messed up too much, know that my grace is deeper than your failure. When you feel unseen, know this. I've never taken my eyes off you. I've numbered every hair on your head. I know every thought before you speak it. I've walked ahead of you, behind you, beside you. You are not navigating this life alone. Let me lead your steps again. Let me speak identity where the world has spoken insecurity. Let me show you who you are through my eyes, not theirs. You are not a burden. You are not too far gone. You are not a lost cause. You are seen. You are loved. You are carried. And when tomorrow comes and fear tries to rise again, remember this. You were never meant to do this without me. I don't expect perfection. I long for connection. I'm not asking you to impress me. I'm asking you to trust me. You may not know what the future holds, but you can hold on to me, because I never let go. Rest now. I'm still working. Breathe now. I'm still moving. Be still now. I'm still speaking, and I will never stop. You are not alone. You never were. You never will be. You are not alone. You never were. You never will be. Even in the places where you've been silent, where you've built walls to protect your heart, I have been gently waiting. Waiting not in impatience, but with grace. Waiting not because I needed something from you, but because I wanted something for you. I wanted you to feel safe again. Safe in my love. Safe in the truth that you are known, not for what you do, but for who you are. Safe in the promise that you never have to walk in darkness alone. Do you know how long I've been loving you? Since before your first breath, before your first cry, before you ever knew what rejection felt like. I loved you then. I loved you before the world placed expectations on you. I loved you before the shame, before the heartbreak, before the fear, and I love you still. I love you when You believe it, and I love you when you struggle too. I love you when your faith feels strong, and I love you when it feels like it's barely hanging on. I love you when you're full of joy, and I love you through your tears, not because you've earned it, but because you are mine. Let me remind you again, I'm not a distant God. I'm not a cold ruler. I'm your Father. I'm your healer. I'm the rest your soul has been craving. I know this season has been stretching you. I know it has required more of you than you thought you had. I see how you keep pouring out to others, even when you feel empty inside. I see how you keep showing up, even when no one sees your sacrifice. And child, I want you to hear me clearly. Nothing you've done for love has gone unseen. Nothing you've done in faithfulness has been forgotten. No prayer, no act of kindness, no tear has gone unnoticed. I am the God who sees what is done in secret, and I reward what is done in love. I am not keeping score, I'm keeping covenant. I don't measure your worth by results, I define your worth by my image in you. You are not loved because of your success. You are not abandoned because of your failures. You are loved because I chose you, and I have never changed my mind. Even when others turned away, I turned toward you. Even when you didn't feel worthy, I never stopped calling you worthy. Even when you wanted to give up, I stood in the gap, holding your spirit together. But ache in your chest that longs to be seen, it matters to me. That hope you're afraid to speak aloud, I already know it. That dream you buried because of disappointment, I want to breathe on it again. I don't just want you to survive, I want you to live. I don't just want you to be strong, I want you to be whole. I don't just want you to believe in want you to know how deeply I believe in you. You were made for more than the fear that's tried to define you. You were created for more than anxiety, isolation, or pain. You were formed by love to live in love. So, come out of hiding, my child. You don't have to mask your pain with a smile anymore. You don't have to walk through this next season trying to do it all alone, because I'm already here, already holding the map, already walking the road, already strengthening your feet. I see the walls you've built, walls of independence, walls of I'm fine, walls of I don't need anyone, but deep down, I know the truth. You long to be held, you long to be understood, you long to be seen not just for what you do, but for who you are. And child, that's how I've always seen you. You are not your resume, you are not your trauma, you are not your failure. You are not the things people walked away from. You are mine, and I see you, and I will walk you out of this. You are mine, and I see you, and I will walk you out of this. Let me speak into the places where silence has taken root. Let me bring light into the memories you avoid, the ones that echo pain too loudly. Let me show you that even the scars you hide have meaning when they're placed in my hands. I don't erase your past, I redeem it. I don't ignore your wounds, I heal them. I don't ask you to pretend, I invite you to be real with me, because it's in your honesty that I do my deepest work. Yes, I know what was said to you. I know what they didn't say. I know the betrayal, the absence, the unanswered prayers. I know the confusion. I know the loneliness that crept into your soul like a shadow that never left. But I want you to know something greater. I never left you. Even when you questioned my presence, I stayed. Even when you felt abandoned, I was near. Even when you pushed me away, I kept pursuing you, not out of obligation, but out of unwavering love. You don't need to earn closeness with me. You don't need to qualify for my compassion. You already have it, fully, completely, eternally. Let my love unravel the lies that wrapped around your heart. Let it soften the defenses you've built out of survival. Let it lift the weight that was never yours to carry. You've been strong for so long, but I'm calling you into a new kind of strength, the kind that rests in me, the kind that surrenders. Not out of defeat, but out of trust. Surrender isn't weakness, it's intimacy. It's the sacred place where your hands release control and open to receive. So here, right here, give me what's heavy. Give me the thoughts that won't stop. Give me the ache you keep suppressing. Give me the memories that still make you flinch. In an exchange, I will give you peace. Not temporary peace, not fragile peace, but my peace, the kind that anchors you when the storm hasn't passed yet. My peace doesn't depend on circumstances. It isn't tied to timelines or outcomes. It's rooted in my presence. You're not falling apart, you're falling into me. You're not losing control, you're learning to lean. You're not being punished, you're being pursued. And what the enemy meant for harm, I will use for good. You don't have to have it all together. I never required perfection, just your presence. Come to me again and again, every moment, every mess, every prayer. You don't know how to pray. I understand your tears better than your words. I interpret your sighs as sacred conversation. I respond to your silence with unshakable love. I've got you, I'm holding you, and I'm not letting go. So, take the next step, but don't take it alone. Let me walk with you. Let me speak into your fears. Let me restore your wonder. The heaviness you feel, I'm lifting it now. The shame you carry, I'm cleansing it now. The fear you battle, I'm confronting it with truth. You are free not because the battle is over, but because I'm in it with you. You are seen not because you shout loud, but because I never stop looking at you. You are enough not because you've done it all right, but because I've declared you mine, and I am not ashamed to call you my child. I'm not surprised by your struggle. I'm not afraid of your questions. I'm not disappointed in your need. In fact, your need creates space for my nearness. Your emptiness is where I pour out my fullness. Your longing is the doorway through which my love enters. So rest in me now. You've been fighting long enough. You've been striving, proving, performing. But now, just be my beloved. Be the one I sing over. Be the one I dance with in your dreams. Be the one I wrap in my arms. Because that's who you are. And that's who you'll always be. So now, beloved, let's just breathe together. Inhale the peace I'm offering. Exhale the heaviness you've carried. You don't have to figure everything out right now. You don't need to rush into the future, nor replay the past. You're here with me, and that's more than enough. Let this be your sacred pause. Let this be your reminder that you are safe in my presence. I see the battles you've fought in silence. The ones no one applauded. The ones you barely had strength for, but I was their child. Every single moment. I witnessed the quiet courage it took for you to keep going. I held you up when you didn't even realize it was me who strengthened your steps. And now, I want to remind you, you are not weak for needing rest. You are not broken because you need comfort. You are human, and I made you to need me. I made you to walk with me, not ahead of me, not behind me, but beside me. So lean in now. Let this be your moment of renewal. Let me refill the places that feel drained. Let me wrap you in the warmth of my mercy. Let me remind you that my love for you was never dependent on what you could do, but simply on who you are to me. You are still the one I choose. Even now. Yes, there will still be days when doubt tries to sneak in. There will still be moments where you feel small, or overlooked, or uncertain. But those feelings don't define you. My word over you does. And my word says, you are chosen, you are precious, you are mine. And because you belong to me, nothing can separate you from my love. Not fear, not failure, not your past, not your mistakes, not even your own disbelief. I will not abandon the one I love. I will not withdraw when you stumble. I will not go silent when you cry out. My love is constant, fierce, steady. So when life feels uncertain, I will be your unchanging rock. When people walk away, I will stay. When you don't know how to take the next step, I'll carry you. Because that's who I am, not just your creator, but your comforter, not just your savior, but your shepherd, not just your God, but your ever-present help in time of need. Let these words be planted in your soul. You are seen. You are not alone. You were never invisible to me. Your cries were never ignored. Your pain was never wasted. I am the God who restores. I am the God who redeems. I am the God who revives what others thought was dead. So don't give up. Don't let despair have the final word. Don't let the past convince you that your best days are behind you, because I am doing a new thing. Even now, it's springing up. Can you feel it? I'm not finished with you. In fact, I've only just begun. There are still moments of wonder waiting, still joy to be discovered, still healing on the horizon, still love that will overwhelm you in the best way. So keep walking with me. Keep returning to this place of rest. Keep letting me speak into the parts of you the world never sees, because here, in my presence, you are whole. You are restored. You are never, ever alone. As this message ends, know this: I do not end. I go with you, into the next hour, into the next challenge, into the next quiet moment when you whisper, God, are you still here? Yes, child, I am. I always will be. And I'll say it one more time so your soul remembers. I see you right now. You are not alone.